Okay, what's good, family? IOBA, I'm TC. Before I get started, I just want to tell everybody thank you for helping me get to my first 50 subscribers. I'm trying to make it to 100. So if you subscribe to the channel, listen to me talk a little shit every week, I would most appreciate it. My name is TC, and this is the Institute of Black Awareness channel, IOBA. What I want to talk about though is this Kanye West situation. Now, y'all all know by now that a couple of years ago, Kanye West talked a bunch of nasty, evil shit about the black community and our history in this country. And, everybody got mad at him for a little while, but they still bought all his merchandise, and none of his companies dropped him. And, they didn't stay mad at him for too long. I mean, he still made a whole bunch of money from then till now. But all of a sudden, now, he talking trash again. Only this time you're going after a different group of people. You're going after the Jewish community. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Knowing what I know about history, as soon as I heard him say, I think he said DEATHCON, DEATH, DEATHCON 3 on all Jews, something like that. But I believe the correct term is DEFCON, defense condition. Defense condition. It's a military term. And as soon as I heard him say that, I knew that he was on a death spiral right there, because you don't get to say things like that about the Jewish community and not have them react to it with the full force of their power. And they are the most powerful group in the world right now. I mean, just take a look around the room. When he said all of that stuff about black people, no company severed ties with him, no company cut him off, no company told any other company to not do business with him. But as soon as he said something about this group of people, the Jewish community, he's being taken apart piece by piece, bit by bit, which further shows me that we as black people in this country, in the United States, have been reduced to the level of the Palestinians in Israel. The only difference is we live among the dominant society. Yeah, there's groups of us in big cities that they can isolate, but there's a lot of us that are too intertwined with the dominant society, so we have to be dealt with differently. So they take our richest, most powerful people and they destroy them by character. They destroy your finances, or they just straight out kill you. They make it so you can't get your message out there. They make it so you can't be heard. They make you more or less irrelevant. They do. They want to choose who our leaders are. They want to tell us who should be speaking for us. And a lot of black people go along with it. And not only that, there's all kinds of tricks and schemes and plots being played on the black community. Because right now we are so divided, it's not even funny. All you gotta do is take a cursory glance at the internet community, at the social media sites, and see who's saying what to whom, and you'll see how divided we are and how thoroughly and completely conquered we are. And I guess that's my point. We've been totally and completely destroyed as a people. Just like Dr. Claude Anderson said. He said it would be by 2015, and you know what? Maybe it already had happened by then. You know? But any movement that comes along that tries to reverse that, certain people in our own community come along and they destroy that and they destroy that movement, or they marginalize it, or they come out and tell everybody why they shouldn't follow it or shouldn't get lined up with it. You know, throw all these doubts in people's heads. But I got to tell you, the black community is filled with shysters and liars and cheaters and bullshitters. It is. And nobody wants to hear from a truth teller. A truth teller has to be marginalized. A truth teller has to be silenced. Don't nobody want to hear no real truth. Everybody want to be lied to. Or so it seems. But we as black people in this country have been thoroughly and completely defeated. I'm talking about totally defeated. Not like stuffed in a croaker sack and beat over a rock, defeated. You know? I mean, I don't see us going any lower. When you could take a person like him, a man who's supposed to be a billionaire 2 or 3 times over, and break his ass down to he got what, $2.50. We don't even want your money in the bank. That shit is useless paper to us. And then they take and they make it so everybody has to treat you like that, like a pariah. Everybody that means anything. We don't want to do any business with any company that does business with you. And then when you go back and look at the interview, what Kanye said, and analyze it line by line, it begs the question, what did he say to bring on this type of vitriol? To bring on this response? What did he say? You know? So, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they find Kanye somewhere unresponsive. You know? And all they're going to say is, you know, it was an unfortunate incident. And we don't know what happened. It wouldn't shock me at all if that's the next step for him. You know? And because right now they're clearly making an example out of him. So if Jay-Z or hell, even Michael Jordan happened to wake up one day and start talking about black empowerment and say the wrong thing about the wrong group of people, well, then the same thing's waiting for them. The same thing can be waiting for them. But yeah, we totally and completely defeated, and I don't know how we ever gonna make it out of this. I don't know how we ever gonna make it. One suggestion though that I have as a triple OG, as a person born in the 1950s to now, one suggestion I have is start at the grassroots and rebuild your community from there. You know, stop dealing with social media so much. Start at the grassroots and build your community from there. Stop looking for validation from white people or from any other group of people. Pick our own leaders among ourselves, you know, and Be very, very careful about who you let in. Because, you know, all of your movements are going to be destroyed from the inside out. Well, most of your movements are going to be destroyed from the inside out. And you got a few people who they just in place just to make sure none of your movements gain any traction. Sometimes I think that's what Tariq Nasheed is there for. I mean, because everybody mixes, lies and truth. Everybody mixes lies and truth. Everybody does. But some people there just to keep anything substantial from gaining any ground. And sometimes that's how he sounds to me. Sometimes that's how he sounds to me. With all of the, creating cartoons and dolls and mocking people and things of that nature. I said it before and I'll say it again, though, with him, with Tariq. He's right on some of his points, but so is everybody else. And we need to find out what we all agree on and roll with that. But when you got a millionaire like him walking around stomping out grassroots movements and just promoting other people who are in the same tax bracket as him, well, it seems like they're trying to maintain the status quo while at the same time selling people false hope. Because the truth of the matter is, as witnessed by Kanye West, it can all be taken away at the drop of a hat. When you start dealing with them, it can all get taken away at the drop of a hat, and don't nobody give a damn about how much money you got. They can take it away at the drop of a hat. Yeah, there's got to be a covert movement that we all understand and cherish. I heard somebody speaking today about a code, a black code, on code this and on code that, and they wanted a basic definition. I think it was Michi X. Wanted the definition of what the code is. When they say on code, what do they mean? Well, follow the model that the Jews have. You don't get to talk about us good, bad, or ugly. You don't get to talk about us in public, good, bad, or ugly, or we coming down on you like a ton of bricks. Something like that. But they have us too fragmented and too divided in order for there to even be something as simple like that, a code as simple as that to be put in place. And until we really, really, really want it, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna have shysters and bullshitters and fraudsters and opportunists and thieves taking every dime you got. And everybody knows we ain't got nothing but dimes. We don't have dollars. We got dimes. Everybody else has dollars. And somebody always gonna be trying to get them. Whether it be Tariq, whether it be Jay-Z, whether it be Kanye, whether it be Michael Jordan, with all of this bullshit that they sell, somebody always gonna be trying to get the black man's last goddamn dime. The corner store guy, the hair salon, the nail salon, everybody. While at the same time telling you to shut the fuck up and vote Democrat. Defeated. Totally and completely defeated. The only thing left now is for them to just get on to the genocide part. You know, the only thing left for the black man now is get on to the genocide part. Because watch what happened to Kanye West. If they can do a billionaire, a so-called billionaire like that, then they can do that shit to anybody. What we shouldn't do is, like Corey Holcomb said, we shouldn't pile on because he's done. We should just keep our mouths shut and turn inward. Because like I always said, man, if you don't agree with somebody, you don't agree with another black person, or you don't like what a black person represents or is doing, as long as they ain't selling out and cooning it up like Candace Owens, as long as they're not an unapologetic coon like Candace Owens, well, then you should just be quiet. Because if they destroy themselves, they destroy themselves. But you don't help bring that about. You know what I mean? You don't help bring that about. If there's a movement you can't get behind, or you don't understand, or you can't follow, you don't go public trying to help bring it down and bring about its demise, because it could very well be helping some people who would otherwise not get any help. Mental help, financial help, whatever kind of help. They might otherwise not get it were it not for that movement. But you out there telling everybody, don't follow it and don't do this. Follow me, I got all the answers. No. So if there's a code that we can get behind, then that probably would be it. Follow the lessons of the Jewish community. And anybody say anything remotely offensive, you come down on their ass like a ton of bricks. And with that, I'm going to close. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video, because I'm trying to get my first 100 subscribers on my brand new channel. And I will catch y'all on the next one. TC, and I'm out.